You know, the modern workplace, it kind of feels broken, doesn't it? But what if we could actually design a better one, right from the ground up? Well, that's exactly what we're going to do today. We are building the blueprint for a better future of work, piece by piece. So where do we even start? What are the essential building blocks we need? We're going to look at everything from the ethical bedrock to how you assemble a team, and even how it all fits into the bigger global picture. This isn't just some thought experiment. This is our construction plan for a workplace that actually works for people. All right, first things first. Every great building, every lasting structure needs a solid foundation. And for the modern workplace, that foundation isn't made of concrete, it's made of ethics. It is the only place we can possibly begin. A huge part of this is something called corporate social responsibility, or CSR. And listen, the most important word on this slide is voluntary. This is about going way beyond just what the law requires. It's about a company actively choosing to be a force for good in the community and the world. And this, right here, really cuts to the heart of it all. On one side, you have the pillars of what makes an ethical workplace, things like integrity, being transparent, and being accountable for your actions. And on the other side, the one thing that all of this stands against: exploitation. It's really a simple choice, isn't it? Are you building people up, or are you tearing them down? Okay, our ethical foundation is poured and set. Now it's time to actually start building the team. And the two key materials we're going to use for this part of the build are technology and diversity. I mean, just look at how much the way we manage people has changed. Remember manual attendance registers? It feels like ancient history now. Today, it's all digital. We're talking e-recruitment, online training, and using data, HR analytics, to understand our workforce. It's all about working smarter, not harder. And a really crucial part of this modern team's DNA is diversity. Take gender diversity, for example. This is not just a nice-to-have checkbox. The research is so clear on this. When you have more diversity, you get broader perspectives, which leads to more creativity and way better problem solving. You are literally leaving great ideas and money on the table without it. It just makes the entire organization stronger. So we've built our internal structure. We've got our team. But of course, no company exists in a bubble, right? So now we have to zoom out and see how our blueprint actually fits into the wider world, into the real economy. The tool we use to understand this bigger picture is labor economics. It's basically the science behind the job market. It helps us understand the invisible forces of supply and demand that shape our wages, our employment opportunities, and even our career paths. It helps make sense of it all. And a massive, massive piece of that economic puzzle, especially in so many parts of the world, is what's called the informal or unorganized sector. Think about street vendors or people working from home without a formal contract. We're talking about millions and millions of people who work without the legal protections or social security that many of us take for granted. And the challenges here are just immense. I mean, with no social safety net, no legal framework, your income can be incredibly unstable. And this creates a huge blind spot for governments trying to make good policy. It's a major hurdle if we're serious about building a future of work that includes everybody. Okay, so knowing all these challenges, what are we even aiming for? What's the North Star? How does our little workplace blueprint connect to a bigger, more hopeful vision for the future? Well, the International Labor Organization gives us a really powerful goal to shoot for. It's this idea of decent work, and it's so much more than just having a job. It's work that has dignity, that protects your rights, and that offers you some form of social protection. That right there, that's the gold standard. And decent work isn't just some standalone idea floating out there. It's a core pillar of what we call sustainable development. The logic is actually really elegant. You can't have real economic growth if you're leaving people behind. That's social inclusion. And you can't really have either of those things, not in a lasting way, without achieving decent work for everyone. See? Each step builds on the last. So we've got all these different pieces of our blueprint now, right? We have our internal ethics, our team dynamics, the global economics. It's a pretty complex system with all these interconnected parts. So how do we make sense of it all? What's the tool that lets us actually read this blueprint? Because that's the real challenge, isn't it? If we actually want to build a better future, we have to truly understand the present. And it's pretty clear that looking at it from just one angle, well, that's just not going to cut it. The answer is an interdisciplinary approach. To get the full picture, you have to look through multiple lenses all at the same time. You need sociology to understand how people behave. You need law to understand policy. You need economics for the market forces. No single field has all the answers. You have to bring them all together. So, there you have it. Our blueprint is complete. We started at the very bottom with a solid ethical foundation. We built up a modern team. We placed that team in the context of the real world. We aimed it all toward these big global goals. And we tied the whole thing together with this new, interconnected way of thinking. And that brings us to the final and maybe the most important question. We've laid out the blueprint together. Now the question is for you. Take a hard look at where you work. Is it built to last? Is your workplace truly built for the future? Thinking about that, well, that might just change everything.